how to decode the evidence in covert narcissistic abuse. That's what we're talking about in this video. Hey, I'm Dr. Melissa. I'm a trauma expert and top doctor. And in this video and on this channel, I help you identify the hidden covert narcissists in your life, identify the impact that they're having on your life, and then turn that trauma and that drama into gold, becoming stronger and more powerful than you ever were before. If that sounds like exactly what you need, click subscribe, click that notification bell so that you're notified of each and every video. Today we're talking about how to decode the pattern of evidence in covert narcissistic abuse. So often it's dismissed as he said or she said, which is abdicating the responsibility of the person evaluating the evidence. Look, I get it. It can be really hard to differentiate between the covert narcissist victim and the covert narcissist. They both launch accusations at each other. Who are you to believe? One accuses the other of accusations so outrageous they have to be unbelievable. Or so you think. The other is so friendly, so charming, maybe not so smart. They have no proof for what they're saying other than the 100 people or so that will line up to say that it's true. This is classic. I recently described 11 ways you can tell the narcissist victim from the covert narcissist. And because this topic is so important, I'm breaking them down for you one by one. Okay, let's talk about the victim's documentation and evidence. Victims who have left the relationship have an abundance of documentation from credible sources. They have the narcissist's handwritten letters, emails, texts, voicemails, phone logs. They have screenshots of the narcissists or their flying monkeys' social media. They have letters from the principal. They have artwork that the school thought was concerning. They have letters or notes from the child's therapist, police reports, ER reports, child protection reports. They have bank statements, credit card statements, investment statements. Sometimes they even have audio or video recordings of the abuse as it's occurring. From the outside, the victim appears to be hanging on to the past, unwilling to let it go, yet is so confused by the gaslighting, their distorted reality, that they hang on to every tangible piece of evidence that tells them what is real. And they are desperate to prove to themselves and to others what is real. The greater their distorted reality, the more commonly the narcissist's lies go unchecked, the more evidence they have saved. Over time, they come to save everything. Victims who have not left the relationship or who are terrified, as in the case of a malignant narcissist, follow one of two patterns. Number one, they specifically avoid collecting evidence and are stuck in the pattern of trying to believe that the narcissist's false self is real and that they are wrong. Or number two, they have evidence, but they won't use it because they want to be in the narcissist's good graces. They will lie to the police or to the court. The covert narcissist, on the other hand, also has evidence that is different. Most covert narcissists are unaware of their disorder. unaware of their gaslighting, unaware of their grooming of the flying monkeys to support a false narrative. They believe their own gaslighting. In this case, the covert narcissist's evidence is testimony of their flying monkeys. And flying monkey testimony is very easy to recognize. They've often known the covert narcissist for decades and have had little interaction with the victim. They have no firsthand knowledge of specific incidents. Their testimony, their accounts, are hearsay. They have identical stories because they've all heard the identical story from the covert narcissist. Their stories make the covert narcissist look like a victim or a hero or both. They lack whole object relations and object constancy around this issue, seeing the covert narcissist as all good and the victim as all bad. And they effusively affirm the covert narcissist's character. He would never do anything like that. Or she's so kind and loving to everyone. Or he would never hurt his kids. In this instance, the covert narcissist will not supply you with any evidence or documentation that backs up their story because it simply doesn't exist. Their story isn't real. Some covert narcissists have shifted the victim into the all bad category and are in full-on attack mode. They knowingly want to take the victim down and will push the victim to the brink just to get evidence. This might include audio recording the victim screaming at them without recording the provocation. Maybe it's baiting the victim, saying, come on, hit me, you'll feel better, I can take it, and then recording the victim hitting them. Maybe it's provoking the victim and then saving those emails, texts, and voicemail. Maybe it's insidiously provoking a victim to get a big reaction in front of others. Or maybe it's tracking the victim, then planting evidence. How can you tell whether verbal or physical violence has been provoked? When the victim yells, screams, sends a hostile text, or even hits someone, they immediately feel terrible about it. They may have extreme guilt and extreme remorse. They look for outside reassurance that they're okay as a person. Over time, as their brain fog clears and they see the situation clearly, they realize they were provoked. They also remain accountable, saying things like, I was so stressed, I just lost it. I couldn't take anymore. I was out of my mind, terrified. I was so confused, I didn't see what was happening. The covert narcissist, on the other hand, may appear to be accountable, but subtly or overtly blames their behavior on someone or something else. They say things like, I shouldn't have yelled at her like that, but she made me so angry. Or, I shouldn't have sent that email, but he's sent way worse. Or, I lost my cool because I had a really tough day at work, and she started the minute I walked through the door. What can you do? Follow the evidence. Victims who are still in the relationship will hide or avoid evidence. Victims who have left the relationship are eager to show their evidence to anyone and everyone who will examine it. They have been the receiver and the subject of the covert narcissist lies for so long. They want someone, anyone, to see the truth, to confirm their reality. Covert narcissists will either have no actual evidence other than testimony of flying monkeys, or they'll have provoked evidence. Most people, professionals included, don't try to discern the truth. They simply dismiss it as he said, she said. But recognizing the evidence patterns between victim and covert narcissist is kind of like playing Sudoku. Once you learn to recognize the pattern, it's obvious. If this video resonates with you, type "follow the evidence" in the comments. Then like this video. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Share this video with someone who needs to understand what it is that you've lived through. And if you've left the relationship, if you are ready to deeply and completely heal, shifting from narcissist victim to anti-fragile narcissist survivor, I invite you to join my group program. Details at liveantifragile.com. I'm Dr. Melissa, and I will see you in the next video.